Hey cuties, I'm Lanikia and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Young and the Restless edition. Today is Monday, November the 21st, 2022. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Let's jump right into it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to rate this one a 7. We see Sharon, Billy, um, Adam, and Lily. And actually, at first, it was just Sharon, Lily, and Billy, and they're all talking about Chelsea and how is she doing. And Sharon's just like, and he says, and Billy tells her, no, it's okay. Chelsea wanted me to let Lily know so there's no confusion. She says, well, she's with Connor right now. I haven't seen him. And he's like, well, should we go check on him? And she says, well, Adam says everything is all good. And then Adam comes, right? And so when he comes, Billy goes and he addresses Adam, and Adam says, yeah, she's with Chelsea and Connor are with each other right now. There's no need for you to go check on them. He's taking care of his mom, essentially. He's just making sure that she knows she's loved, and they're spending some alone time together. Leave it alone. So then Adam leaves, and he Sharon and Lily are like, well, we're glad that Connor is there and she's having a good time. And Billy is just like, but I mean, we have to believe Adam on that. And see, this is what I'm talking about. Why Billy works my nerves. And so Lily is just like, oh my gosh, like I don't think he would lie about his child. If things were going bad, if the talk didn't go well, he would not have lied about that. I don't feel like he would have. He said, yeah, but I don't trust Adam. Well, Billy, you're not with Chelsea. You're not dating Chelsea. You are with Lily. And honestly, I know everyone is like, oh, I love that Billy is helping her out, but he's doing too much. And Lily and both Sharon said the same thing, like, let it go. And so then he tells Sharon, well, if you hear from her, just let me know how she's doing and everything. And then they leave. And so then Noah comes in and he tells Sharon about Audrey. I'm not gonna hold you long on this because it wasn't much. He tells Sharon about Audra and how she would have had a miscarriage. He broke up with her. He kind of ghosted her because their relationship was so toxic. He just wanted nothing else to do with her. So he just packed his things and he left and he came to Genoa City. And that same night when he left, Audrey said she found out she was pregnant. Well, she had known she was pregnant, but she didn't want to tell him. And she had a miscarriage. And so because of that, he feels guilty. He feels like, what if? What if I had just been nicer to her? What if I had stayed? What if I had done all these different things? And Sharon is telling him, you can't blame yourself for that. You didn't know she was pregnant. You didn't know what was going on. So you have to let that go. But, he's having a hard time with that. And that's pretty much it. When it comes to that, she asked how Allie is dealing with it. He said it was a lot for Allie to take in, but she was supportive and everything. But that's it. So then we move on to Nick and Sally. So they're at the hotel at I guess in her room, and then they say, let's go get something to eat. I did not like that dress Sally had on. I did not like that dress. It was not cute to me. She's such a pretty woman, and that didn't flatter her. But they go to Noah's bar and they go and have something to eat and drink, and they're enjoying themselves. And then Adam is there. So then they see Adam, and he sends them over a bottle of wine. Like, Adam is being a nuisance. And that's pretty much it at this point. I loved me and some Sally and Adam when they were together. Adam told her she was pathetic. He told her she stopped begging him. When he pushed her away, he really pushed her away. So she moved on. So allow her to move on now. I'm sorry that you want her back, but you made it clear when she was begging you, to get back with her. You made it clear you didn't want her, no matter what the reason was for. You made that clear. So now leave her alone. So then we see that Nick and Sally say, we're not going to let him ruin our night. We're going to enjoy this night, and we're going to talk about us and our relationship. And that's exactly what they do. And then when they get ready to leave, Adam is there and he's like, can I talk to you, Sally? And Nick is like, oh my gosh, do you have to do this every time? He was like, I just want a few minutes to talk to you. And so Sally says, fine, Adam. So she talks to him, and he apologizes because remember earlier when they had met up, he told Sally, you're just a substitute for Sharon. And, he was really going in on her. And so now he apologizes for that, but he tells her, he really cares for her and he's sorry that he mistreated her. And then Adam proposes. I said, no, sir, you will not do this. So we'll see what happens there, y'all. And so then we see Elena and Nate. She goes to Nate. He's working at the office. And she goes to him and she says she loves him in this element. She hates how he got there to be this to this, but she does love that he's happy and it looks good on him and everything. So that's it with that. And then we see he's gonna meet her later on for drinks and dinner at society because he has a meeting with Victoria. So he meets with Victoria and he tells Victoria, listen, every time I talk to somebody and I tell them, hey, do this, do that, they say, oh, yes, Sally had us working on that. Oh, yes, Sally was implementing that. And he said, why did you fire Sally? Because right now, it seems like everything was all good with Sally. Like there's no logical reason for you to fire Sally and hire me because she was doing a great job. And Victoria was just honest. She was like, well, I didn't like Sally. And I want to be around people that I like. I want to be around people that I like. And he was like, he could understand that, but also he was just disappointed. He was just disappointed in her. Not in her, but he was just like, because what it looks like is exactly what happened to him at Chancellor Winters is what Victoria did at Sally, but he don't see it that way. He did, but then she tells him that he's the best man for the job, and Nate's ego, so he like, you right, okay. And so okay, so then they start talking and about the job and everything, and he's like, he's just telling her that he loves her ideas and he loves that he can be so open. And she tells him, not every time I'm not going to agree with what you have to say. He said, look at this. He said, that's fine. I understand it. So then we see Devon as well as Elena, and she goes and talks to him, and she says, you know, would you have dinner with us? And he says, girl, I don't want to have dinner with traitors. I don't want to have dinner with Nate. And she says, I want y'all to get move past this. He said, have you forgiven him? And she says he's remorseful. And he says, well, he still haven't told us about Victoria being the CEO, even though we know she was the CEO he was giving the information to. So to me, until he does that, he's not remorseful. So no, I don't want to have dinner. And she's asking him about Amanda, but before they get into it, Billy and Lily come. And she asked them, you want to have dinner with all of us? And Devon said, considering that Nate's going to be included, no thanks. And Billy and Lily are like, oh no, we cool, we'll pass on that, Elena. And so Elena goes and she's having a drink, and so she texts Nate, right? Hey, champagne's here, because it's been a while. Champagne's here, are you still coming? You're on your way? And he texts her back and he says, meeting ran longer, will be there soon. Well, then the meeting runs long, keeps going, and he don't show up. And Victoria asks Nate, don't you have to meet Elena? He said, no, she'll be okay. I said, see, this is what you did with Imani too. Remember when he was at that coffee house and he was supposed to be bringing Elena coffee? And he sat down and had a whole conversation with Imani about her mom and dad and all them, and he was enjoying himself. And so he didn't ever end up meeting up with Elena. I said, and so Elena looks at her phone and she already knows it's happening again. So then we see Billy and Lily talk, and she just tells him, I don't like that you're so involved with Chelsea. I understand that she needs help. I understand that you want to be there, but you're too involved. Like when are we gonna how involved do you plan on being? And he's just like, I just want to support her, and I know I should have told you something earlier, but I just want to give her support. And she's like, I understand that, but um she doesn't. You know what, I can't be mad, because at first I was like, Lily, back off, when this first came up months ago. I was like, you're always riding Billy, but now I get it. Like, he's never putting her first. And I understand Chelsea's going through a lot. But like Lily said, let the people who are professionals help her. But then he ended up getting a text message from Chelsea, and she was like, what does she want? And he was like, she wants to be at Crimson Lights. And she's like, just go. And he was like, no, I don't want to go. Yes, you do want to go. You didn't even want to leave. And so she tells him go or whatever, and he leaves. And so she goes over, Lily goes and she talks to Devon. And Devon is just like, what happened to Billy? And she said, he's gone. And he's like, just like that, he went. And she was like, yeah, but because Billy talking about he gonna come back and all that. And Devon said, "You want to talk about it?" She said, "No." And he said, "All right, but I'm gonna leave you to it. But if you want to talk, I'm here." And so then Elena comes over to Lily, and she says, "Well, I ain't got stood up, so I'm gonna call it. I hope your night's better." And Lily's like, "Yeah, sure." And as Elena is walking out, she looks at a man. A man comes in, and she looks at him like, "I know him." And then he goes to the bar, and Lily looks up, and she's like, "Daniel?" And then they hugging and stuff, happy to see each other. I said, "Uh-oh, Billy. Uh-oh." And y'all, that was The Young and the Restless today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, The Young and the Restless edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.